Hey everyone, have you been searching for a reliable chiller to keep your fiber laser welding machine running cool without breaking the bank? If you've been wondering whether this actually delivers steady performance without constant headaches, you're in the right place. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I recently picked up the S&A water chiller rack mount recirculating laser chiller RMFL-2000 specifically for a 2 kilowatt handheld fiber laser welder, and after running it for a few weeks on shop jobs, here's what I've noticed. One of the first things that stood out to me was how neatly the rack mount design fits into my existing setup. I've worked in shops with limited floor space before, and it's always a challenge to find a spot for the chiller that doesn't get in the way or create a tripping hazard. But the RMFL-2000 mounts right onto my existing rack, keeping it off the floor and out of the way. It's not some giant industrial unit sitting in the corner, it actually mounts right where I need it, which is a huge plus when your shop floor is already tight. This design has been a game changer for my workflow. I can easily access the chiller's controls and monitor its performance without having to navigate around a bulky unit. Plus, the rack mount keeps the chiller secure and stable, which is essential for maintaining consistent cooling performance. I've had chillers before that would vibrate excessively or even fall over if not properly secured, but the RMFL-2000 stays put and keeps on working. One thing that surprised me was the dual temperature control. I can set one loop for the laser head and another for the power supply, which keeps both running at their ideal temps without me having to babysit it. I've had chillers before that would overcool one part while undercooling another, leading to inconsistent welds. This one just keeps everything balanced, even during long runs. And since it's rack-mounted, the tubing stays tidy and out of the way, which makes a difference when you're moving around the machine all day. I've noticed that the dual temperature control has also helped reduce the risk of overheating, which can be a major problem with fiber laser welders. Another feature that saved me a few times is the multiple alarm functions. If the flow drops, the temperature spikes, or the pressure gets too high, it beeps and flashes a warning on the digital display. I had a coolant line kink once during a job, and the chiller caught it before the laser even noticed. That kind of heads-up can prevent a costly repair or ruined workpiece, so it's not just a nice-to-have, it's essential. I've also appreciated the alarm system's ability to alert me to potential issues before they become major problems. For example, if the chiller detects a low coolant level, it will sound an alarm and prompt me to refill it. This has saved me from having to deal with a major coolant leak or other disaster. The RMFL-2000 runs on a 2.28 HP AC compressor and handles 220V 50 Hz power, which is standard in most workshops. It's quiet enough that I don't have to shout over it, and it doesn't vibrate like some cheaper units I've used. I've run it for 8-hour shifts without any drop in cooling power, which is exactly what you want when you're trying to meet deadlines. The compressor is also designed to be energy efficient, which is a big plus for shops that are trying to reduce their power consumption. I've noticed that my power bill hasn't jumped even with daily use, which is always a relief. The intelligent constant temperature system is subtle but important. It adjusts the cooling output based on the load, so it's not blasting cold water when it doesn't need to. That saves electricity and reduces wear on the compressor over time. I've noticed that the system is able to adapt quickly to changes in the workload, which helps maintain a consistent temperature and prevents overheating. This is especially important when working with sensitive equipment like fiber laser welders, where temperature fluctuations can affect performance and accuracy. Now, it's not perfect. The unit is a bit heavy, so mounting it securely is a must, don't just set it on a shelf. And while the instructions are clear, the English translation isn't always polished, so you might need to take your time setting it up. Also, the initial fill and priming can be a little messy if you're not used to recirculating chillers, so have some towels handy. But overall, these are minor quibbles compared to the benefits the RMFL-2000 provides. I've also been impressed with the build quality of the chiller. In conclusion, the S&A Water Chiller Rack Mount Recirculating Laser Chiller RMFL-2000 has been a great addition to my shop. It's reliable, efficient, and easy to use, and it's helped me to improve my workflow and reduce downtime. If you're in the market for a new chiller, I would definitely recommend taking a closer look at this one. Link is below if you want to take a closer look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.